So we are achieving around 12, 13 lakhs, 14 lakhs a month. So
How old are you?
I'm almost 24. You know, agency standpoint, we have kind of three things here: the agency, and then we have a corporate training that we do for brands, and the coaching that is targeted all under the same brand name.
Hi everyone, in this video I speak with Sammy Akhtar. He's the founder of Amazon advertising agency called as Regrow Media. And in this podcast we not only discussed how exactly to get clients, which is towards the end, but we primarily discussed how e-commerce businesses are built, how a branding is done. So it's a little bit different from my usual content, which is mostly on lead generation, sales and whatnot. But I feel like this is a very interesting and important topic because I came from an e-commerce background and his insights is very unique to its niche. So if you are somebody who is running an Amazon advertising agency, this podcast might be really helpful. And towards the end, we also discussed about lead generation strategies, client getting strategies and whatnot. And this whole podcast, it went about almost 1 hour or something. However, I can safely say that this is nothing less than a course that we have recorded. So if you are somebody who enjoys this type of content, please watch till the end and this will give you a lot more ideas. So let's get into the video. Hey Sammy, what is up?
Hi, Mr. Jayant. I'm good. How are you?
All good, man, all good. So Sammy, can you please tell a little bit about yourself to our audience here?
Yeah, so my name is Sammy Akhtar. I started the journey of entrepreneurship on the year 2017. So on 2017, I was in the second year of my college. I was doing engineering, and there's a saying that engineers can do everything good other than engineering. तो सेकेंड ईयर में क्या हुआ
Oh yeah.
सेकेंड ईयर में क्या हुआ my father had an accident, so he passed away. So I had my sister and my mother. The entire responsibility of my sister and my mother fell into my head. So I had to start something. And back then, two things were very hot. Like first is Amazon FBA, next is affiliate marketing. It was around 2017.
Yeah.
So I was going a little bit into Amazon FBA. I was researching a lot, but there was not that push that would let me start something. Okay. Now, when there is a trauma, I got into this Amazon selling. So I bought a course. I think it was around 4 or 5 thousand. There was not so many course. So after that, I started selling. So the selling journey started very interestingly because I had around 50,000 or 60,000 that I had to pay my semester fees. It was the second year, the last sem. So I have to pay the semester fees, otherwise they will not let us in the exam. So I had to make two choices. Either I can pay the money and sit on the exam, or I can start my first product. The entire investment will go in that product. So I made a choice. I started with the first product and I ordered from China. It cost around 48,000 something. China ka first product. China se maine import kiya, or at the age of, I think I was in 20, 21, something like that. So तब मैंने order किया. It was very risky for me because
Of course,
China,
bro.
which is
Like
something, yeah. And that was the only money because my family was not so much rich because we come from a poor family. My father has a tailoring shop. So he
okay.
had no savings, nothing.
Where are you from, by the way?
So I am from Kolkata.
Acha.
I live in a small city near Kolkata called Haldia. Okay.
I know.
So
Yeah.
it is completely near. Yeah. So started the first product. It was a failure. I bought that product for 800 rupees, but the selling price of that product, which other competitors were selling, was around 500, 600 rupees. So my cost
Whoa.
was more than what they are selling.
Crazy.
So it was a few mistakes that I did. Then what happened, the interesting part is I had to also sit for the exam, but I have finished all the money that I had, right? So the examination date came and I heard about a law that like a normal law the board has, that if a guardian passes away during the examination or during the whole 4 year of the graduation, then the board will pay for the examination, okay, or for the semester fees. So that was kind of luck that I got into. Our principal introduced me with that thing. And then second product I launched with some money I gathered from my friends because we used to get scholarships,
Okay.
a lot of scholarships. I mean, like 20, 30,000 in scholarships every 6 months.
Okay.
So with those money and borrowed some from my friends and started the second product. The second product was also a failure. Then I got a partner, which was one of my friend as well in the college, and started the third product, which started selling. So that was how we started. and I sold for almost 1.5 years. We scaled that brand from doing 0 to almost 30 lakhs a month. Then I handed over that brand to my partner and switched to a different thing, because I was also documenting everything that I was doing in my YouTube channel.
All right.
So whatever profits, whatever loss, what product I was selling, everything I used to document in my YouTube channel. And from there,
Yeah,
the
I remember
people
when
who
I
were,
checked your channel, you
yeah,
had
yeah,
about, I think, 700-800 videos, right? I was
yeah.
like, भाई क्या कर रहा है? इतने सारे videos कहाँ से आ गए? But good man, you're documenting those things. Yeah. Then?
Yeah, so that was then people started reaching out to me that, bro, you are doing it, आप अपने लिए कर रहे हो तो हमारे लिए भी कीजिए, हम लोग के लिए भी ये सेम चीज कीजिए.
Mm.
Then I started going into the coaching part, selling and creating courses. So the first course I created वो था, did a live training with 10 or 15 people and recorded that training in form of course. तो उसको मैंने देना स्टार्ट किया, and along with some support, weekly support. उसके बाद those people who were following my courses, they also started their brand and they started reach out, भाई ये हम लोग के लिए भी कर दे, हम लोग का एड्स अच्छा नहीं परफॉर्म कर रहा है.
Mm.
तो वहां से हम लोगों ने आइडिया है कि ओके, देयर इज अपॉर्चुनिटी, वी शुड स्टार्ट एजेंसी.
Mm.
तो वहां से हम लोगों ने एजेंसी स्टार्ट किया. नाउ आवर एजेंसी नेम इज Regrow Media. We are handling almost 60 plus clients with 35 plus team members, managing over 150 million USD of clients revenue. Yeah, that is where we are right now.
Crazy, bro. That is fantastic. And like, I mean, I resonate with that story because I myself started like that. Pandemic में job चली गई थी मेरी भी. So not job चली गई थी. I actually submitted my PhD thesis on March 16, 2020, and 21 को pandemic हो गया फिर. And then had nothing. So I started with a
Wow.
drop shipping store. And that failed. uh, I didn't fail. It actually went up to like 10 lakhs per month. And then I launched a course.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized, oh, I don't want to do this course selling business ever. And then switched to a freelancer and then agency. And now we have an agency and mastermind and everything. Awesome, man. So tell me more about the kind of clients that you have worked with so far.
You know, for the clients part, it was a struggle for us, because when we started, because we had a community, we got the first few clients. ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे first few clients तो मिल गया, लेकिन वो पे नहीं करते थे. We started, मैंने खुद मैनेज करना स्टार्ट किया अकेले. ऑलमोस्ट 3,000 अ मंथ ऐसे पे करते, फिर भी वो मिस आउट कर देते पेमेंट करने में. ठीक है.
Okay.
तो उसके बाद वी थॉट दैट ओके, देयर आर टियर्स ऑफ पीपल. ये सीखने में हम लोग को साल लग गया, लेकिन वी लर्न दैट ओके, देयर आर टियर्स ऑफ सेलर्स. फर्स्ट इज अ बिगिनर लेवल सेलर्स हु आर रियली वीक इन देयर माइंडसेट ऑफ सेलिंग. Then there is a sort of level of advanced sellers who are doing 10 to 30 lakhs a month.
Yeah.
Then move on, there is a pro who are doing more than 1 2 CR a month. Then there's other set which is into D2C. Okay. Who are mostly into where the solopreneur thing is not there. So the decision maker is not associated with our agency. It is a corporate structure and they know how things work. So their mindset is completely different from how the beginners work or the advanced sellers work. So now we started shifting from beginners to advanced, then shifting to pro, and now this D2C. So our sweet spot right now is this D2C brands who are funded. Like we are working with clients like Pintola, Kevin Care, those kind of brands right now. So this is what we are also targeting in the next phase as well.
All right. All right. So since you are in this Amazon agency space, so I'll ask you two types of questions. One agency related, because that's what my viewers watch mostly, and the other one is also like a little bit D2C side, because that's my personal interest and we want to go there. So let's start with this agency thing. So you basically started with that, and did you scale with referrals, or did you add some outbounds
No,
or ads?
yeah. So there are phases of our agency cycle, okay, that we grew from. The first phase, since I had a coaching business, so I invested a lot in ads. And back then, my mindset was completely different. I'm sure you will argue with me, because I didn't focus a lot in conversion, rather on impressions. कितने लोग मुझे देख रहे हैं, उसमें मैं ज्यादा फोकस किया कन्वर्जन को छोड़ के.
Okay.
तो वहां पे ये क्या हुआ, बहुत मैं एड्स ऐसे रन करता था कि आई यूज्ड टू हैव रिटारगेट व्हिच इज लाइक क्रेजी. So there will be 30-40 videos of mine telling stories, 2-3 minute stories, so that they know me. So वहां पे कोर्सेस एंड कोचिंग में ज्यादा कन्वर्जन हुआ नहीं, लेकिन वो इफेक्ट किया इन दिस बिजनेस, कि वो कम्युनिटी अल्टीमेटली वो अच्छे से एक जो बॉन्ड है वो ज्यादा स्ट्रांग हो गया. तो वहां से हम लोगों का जो इनिशियल इनबाउंड था वहां से स्टार्ट हुआ. the email list, the groups that we have. Once we got the initial few clients. Now those clients are still there. We also get those clients now also, because we also have this ads running on people who are visiting in our website and Google ads, all these things.
You don't do coaching
And we
anymore
do
now,
this.
or is it like only agents?
We have a coaching. We have a coaching for those advanced sellers. We have that coaching as well. So that we stopped, but now we again started. We're kind of trying to focus on only one thing, because this is growing a lot.
Yeah.
So abhi kya hai, for the D2C brands, there's the outreach that we do. We have 2 appointment setters that reach out, and this is working good. LinkedIn outreach is working really good for us. Okay, to approach their either marketing director or their founders and trying to schedule a call. We have this PPT prepared, kind of a format or template, that we just change few things about that brand, and it is purely data driven. Everything is purely data driven. So whenever a founder is coming or co-founder is coming, they like how granular the data we are showing.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that is from where the outbound that we are doing, that is how it is going. And in form of inbound, the podcast we do, mainly how we try to structure is, because our audience is in India, which we are targeting. But this Indian audience, they envy international speakers a lot. Like the Amazon community, they have famous people, right? Like Tim Jordan, Kevin King. Those are very famous people who are really famous in Amazon community. So I try to bring them on, because they are celebrity in this niche, on my podcast, and I try to go on their podcast, so that this audience see, okay, this is someone, he is associating with them a lot, and that means we can associate with him as well. So this is what we are doing in terms of the inbound. And yeah, it is working good for us. And conferences, that is also a part of it, that brings good leads to us.
Okay, got it. Interesting. So, so when you say conference definitely work very well, because there is like a
Yeah.
physical thing, and this outbound thing also happens. So what's like the approach? Do you ask for a call directly, or like do you ask for like show them your case studies first and then try to build some rapport there in the message and then bring them on the call? What sort of approach do you
No,
take?
I think the strange thing is, it is working very simple for us. We just tell them, hi, we are working this Amazon phase for 2017, and we really liked how your brand is performing. We have done a small study about your brand that we like to showcase. Then the girl that we have, Prajakta, she goes on a call and schedules a time, and then we go on the call and just try to do that. And then follow up is there a lot.
Okay, there's definitely a lot of follow-ups. That's
Yeah.
good, man. Like outbound is by far, especially in a B2B scenario, outbounds perform way better than anything else. I would argue, some people would argue that ads do work well, but then I have seen जो लोग ads से आते हैं, they are, because the CEO of a $10 million brand would not have the time to
Yeah,
scroll through Facebook.
definitely.
That has been my observation, that side, right? In terms of the other side, the D2C side,
Mhm.
let's say you speak with another D2C brand, or let's say if I rephrase this question a little bit, what are some of the core challenges that you have seen that stops a D2C brand from really scaling up, and where you come in and start helping them with?
First thing is the kind of knowledge that we have gained on Amazon, because we are living and breathing Amazon, right? Amazon is kind of a thing, which their ads platform is kind of a thing, or their ads algorithm, which is bringing on new release every day, new updates, new features. For them, they're already involved in a lot of things,
Okay.
because they have their direct response, they have their influencers, all sorts of things, right? So for them, kind of getting the knowledge, because we somehow cannot cope up with the flow or the speed Amazon brings on new updates.
I think
So for
recently they
them,
have.
it will be very hard. Yeah.
I was reading
Yeah.
somebody's tweet. Sorry to cut you off there, but they
Yeah.
mentioned that Amazon is nowadays it's allowing you to even run ads through Facebook and all with your own pixel. Is that a thing?
Yeah. So not with your own pixel, because they have their DSP platform, demand side platform, which used to give us opportunity for other brands to run ad on Amazon, and also for Amazon brand to showcase their product outside of Amazon. which they are releasing to normal sellers as well. In India, it is very limited because they don't give sellers direct access to DSP. It is a managed kind of service. But in US, they have that direct access. So for US accounts that we manage, we can directly manage it. But for India, the Amazon manager will be sitting with you and they will be handling all sorts of things. And
I
you will
think
have a
slowly and
limited
steadily they
access.
might normalize this thing, because earlier
Yeah.
A plus content was very, very specific to certain people. Only brands that you
Yeah.
have to show your trademarks, logos, and everything. And now it's still there, but it's like a little bit more, out there.
Funny thing is, you now, since you brought the topic of A plus content, there is another thing of premium A plus content, which
Yeah,
Apple, Samsung, those people used to work on, which the detail page looks is very different, like videos and all. And
yeah.
Amazon used to charge almost $250,000 to get that
Oh,
access.
crazy.
Now it is free to sellers, even in India as well. Yeah.
So funny thing, my first ever job was an Amazon, basically an Amazon consultant. So what I used to do is like I would optimize
Wow.
their product pages, this A plus content, work with this graphic designers, create content for those, and do this SEO thing. I never ran ads though in Amazon, because the moment I looked at the Amazon dashboard, I was
Okay.
like, fuck, this is not for me. That's how I kind of started. So I have a little bit of
Definitely. Yeah.
knowledge here and there about this Amazon thing. So my question was a little bit different. So I know that you are living and breathing Amazon here, but
Yeah.
why is not everybody scaling up on Amazon? So what are some core mistakes that you have observed across your clientele, that what these people,
Yeah.
when they started with us, they are not doing these things?
Yeah, I will give you example. We were on a meeting with Bharat Sethi from Rage Coffee. Okay, so I think they are a company which is backed by Virat Kohli. So they had that struggle because they have a brand or a competitor, Bevzilla, okay, who were dominating on Amazon, and they do zero spend outside Amazon. Whereas Rage Coffee, they are huge in terms of their uh, influencer marketing, then brand ambassadors and those, whereas they were not dominating in Amazon, which now their case is completely different.
Okay.
But the main problem that they faced were not knowing, okay, which keywords to focus on. And because the spends were not that much high, they were almost spending, I think, 10, 15 lakhs a month, which is really low. Because if there is only Amazon brand, they spend in CR. But when it comes to a D2C brand, they spend less. But there are also brands like we were working with Kevin Care. They were spending 1 CR a month in ads in Amazon. So for them, the main problem was understanding that which keywords are good for them. So they were not able to take the market share. So again, the problem that we feel is the data, because they are not able to, the data that they are getting, because there's a limitation of tools. Because since the market has evolved a lot, we know how to integrate and connect other tools like Facebook ads, Google ads, and see how the data is coming, right? But for Amazon, it doesn't integrate with those platforms together.
Yeah.
Now there is an option like AMC. Now things have changed a little bit, but for them, Amazon is completely different side of the thing. So for them, the data that they are getting from Amazon, they're not able to judge properly that, okay, how to convert that to a better opportunity. So that we showcase them. Yeah, and that is a problem that we have seen, because we have also connected with Bolt Audio. They are also doing really good in Amazon, and we somehow feel that, okay, data or making the right data different decisions is the main problem that they are facing with Amazon.
Yeah, but Amazon mostly work as a like this Google thing, right? Google Ads type of thing, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so in such cases, like, how exactly do you use this data? I mean, retargeting तो नहीं हो सकता फिर वहाँ पे, right? Or is that even possible?
No, I mean, and Amazon is a kind of like buyer-centric platform, right? If retargeting is there, but within the marketplace, retargeting is there. If a customer is jumping in your listing with DSP, you can retarget outside Amazon as well, but it is limited to Amazon. Okay. If some people or some customer coming from Google Ads in your Amazon listing, then you can retarget, but they have to visit on the Amazon listing.
Okay.
There's no such pixels or something like that. Like I think Google Tag Manager, it takes pixel from Facebook and everything, and it collects the data. I'm not too sure on it.
Yeah, that's how it is.
So, but the management is not proper.
Data कैसे use करोगे? Like I didn't get that part. So how exactly
So Amazon,
use the customer data here? Or like whatever data.
For Amazon, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है ना? Amazon sends you data. Amazon gives you data. उनका ads का reports है. Then there are tools which are developed for Amazon only.
Okay.
तो आपको पूरा एक मार्केट प्लेस के अंदर ही रहना होगा. एक ग्लोब है, दैट इज Amazon, उसके अंदर ही सब कुछ हो रहा है. The data you will get is only related to Amazon. You can't see that, okay, if the traffic is coming, maybe the first touch point was a Google ad. That you cannot
Yeah.
see here. Okay. You cannot connect the dots. So that is a problem still Amazon has, but there are tools right now. If your focus is to generate like Amazon sales, and you're running Google ads specifically for Amazon, then Amazon has the option. Amazon can generate you a URL that you can use in Google ads. But अगर आप Google ads अलग से run कर रहे हैं, आपका maybe
You
you
can't
have a
track the
specific budget
conversions,
for,
no, with that.
yeah, you can track conversions, but if the link is generated by Amazon.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they want to keep all the controls to themselves.
Yeah.
So then how do
Now with
brands...
the CEO change, Amazon started to release some data because sellers do not used to get so much data.
Yeah.
अभी Amazon अपना data sellers को भी provide करे, लेकिन that is after the new CEO.
Okay, is it? Oh, customer का data तो भूल ही जाओ. You never get customers data in Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay. We used to do this hack. I don't know whether it's still possible or not. We used to add this thank you card. उसमें से फिर discount coupon दे देते थे. And they would like, to get that discount coupon, you have to like scan that QR code and everything. Does that thing still work or like?
ये हम लोगों ने भी किया था पहले, like we used to give QR codes, लेकिन अभी ये strictly Amazon terms of service के बाहर है. अगर वो पकड़ लिए, then you will be out of selling. लेकिन ये बहुत लोग करते हैं. They still offer Paytm cashback, Google Pay cashback to get reviews. तो ये चलता है. There are like 40-50% sellers जो जल्दी आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, वो करते हैं. लेकिन Amazon अगर पकड़ लिया तो वो you'll have to stop selling it.
Oh, that's the problem, no? Like, because my biggest challenge, like, I never went into Amazon route because I was like, मेरे को customer का data ही नहीं मिलेगा. And what would I do? I mean, I'll just stick to Amazon platform, and obviously I can understand why Amazon just wants that monopoly, that people should not take Amazon ka customer outside of Amazon, because then you'll just sell your customers directly on your platform. But there should be some way, you know, not, if not at least the QR code thing.
I can understand, since you are coming from a digital background. So for you, अगर आप कस्टमर को एक्वायर कर रहे हैं इतना खर्चा करके, तो आपको बाद में लाइफ टाइम वैल्यू में कुछ तो चाहिए और ज्यादा ना.
भाई
तो वहां पे
व्हाट्सएप नंबर
Amazon
तो
अभी
चाहिए लोगों का एटलीस्ट टू मार्केट. या
हाँ, ये दिस इज समथिंग लाइक, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक चीज ऐसा होता होगा शायद, क्योंकि वो नहीं देते हैं, क्योंकि कन्वर्शन रेट Amazon में बहुत ज्यादा है. दूसरा चीज जहाँ पे हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि लाइफ टाइम वैल्यू कैसे बढ़ाएं, एक बार तो परचेस कर लिया, उसमें कितना प्रॉफिट होगा. बहुत लोग का तो लॉस होता है बहुत ज्यादा. तो अभी Amazon उनका ब्रांड टेलर प्रमोशन बोल के एक फीचर ऐड किया है, जहाँ पे यू कैन टारगेट ओल्ड कस्टमर्स विद ईमेल्स.
Oh, is it? Wow.
With the new, yeah. अभी इंडिया पे आया नहीं है. आई थिंक फ्यू ब्रांड्स हैव एक्सेस टू इट, लेकिन यूएस में ये आ चुका है. तो ये आ रहा है धीरे धीरे. लेकिन द ईमेल दैट यू सेंड, you don't get customers data. It goes through Amazon's platform with specific email. I'm not sure on it, but वो email आपको नहीं दिखेगा. Amazon curates the email from their system and it goes to the customer. And that is how it operates.
Okay. Oh, is it? Very interesting. But it has, so India में वो सब restriction डाल दिया ना, you know, you don't have access. But that is also a pretty good use case. Like, if
It will come in India also. I think 1 or 2 months after it releases in US, it also comes in India.
Because I know Gumroad does this. So if you have a product page in Gumroad, then inside Gumroad you can send like broadcasts. So it becomes like an email list for yourself. So a lot of people in Twitter nowadays, that I'm active on Twitter, they do this. They'll do this giveaways like, hey, this is a document, you know, it's for free, go check it out, and people will opt in with their email address. And because now they have your email address inside Gumroad, from inside Gumroad they can send emails to you and like newsletters and everything, and then they can upsell the other products. वो हो जाए तो मजा आया था. If I was starting, like, I would like make one product पूरा free, like, go buy. I just need your data.
Yeah.
And probably retarget there. But yeah, what other challenges have you seen in Amazon space?
In Amazon space, और challenges कहाँ होगा यहाँ पे? Mainly margins. इंडिया की अगर मैं बात करूँ ना, इंडिया में margins are very short, क्योंकि रिटर्न्स थोड़ा ज्यादा है कस्टमर क्वालिटी की वजह से. लेकिन यहाँ पे फ्लिपकार्ट और Amazon का मैं कंपेयर करूँ ना, तो फ्लिपकार्ट में कस्टमर क्वालिटी और खराब है, क्योंकि उसका प्राइस पॉइंट, जो एवरेज सेलिंग प्राइस है, वो Amazon से बहुत कम है. और Amazon में थोड़ा ज्यादा है, इसलिए Amazon का कस्टमर क्वालिटी थोड़ा ज्यादा है. लेकिन फिर भी वो रिटर्न्स वो सब की वजह से थोड़ा बहुत अमेजोन का ये एक प्रॉब्लम है. लेकिन वी हैव आल्सो सीन ब्रांड्स, अगर मैं एग्जांपल दूं, कुछ ब्रांड्स जैसे इंस्टाकप व्हिच ओनली अमेजोन फोकस्ड ब्रांड, वो लगभग 3.5-4 करोड़ कर रहे हैं हर एक मंथ. उनका प्रॉफिट मार्जिन बहुत हेल्दी है, जो एक ई कॉमर्स ब्रांड में अमेजोन में सेल करने के लिए उतना होता नहीं है, क्योंकि उन्होंने अपना ब्रांड बिल्ड किया बहुत पुराने टाइम से, अराउंड 2016-17. तो द Amazon ecosystem knows that okay, this is a brand and they are this kind of products, home and kitchen kind of product. तो ब्रांड वैल्यू अगर बढ़ गया देन मार्जिन्स भी है, तो
यू
वही है.
थिंक रिटर्न रेट्स जो हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी, सो इफ यू टॉक अबाउट जस्ट रिटर्न रेट्स, branding is the only thing that we can do, because then a new brand will always see a very high return rate, right? And as they mature, and given that they do good branding over time, they might see lower return rates. Because I had to shut my e-commerce business earlier because I did not do good branding, and because of which my return rates sucked over time, and that was
Yeah.
always like a big problem. And I later realized कि हाँ, लोगों को वो brand identity नहीं पता, उनको trust नहीं पता. But an Amazon seller who is absolutely new, how do they tackle it if this is a challenge?
The first thing that they can do is first not target very low price product, because जब आप प्राइस नीचे जाएगा आपका कस्टमर क्वालिटी बहुत गिरता है.
Yeah.
दूसरा चीज, अगर आप हाई प्राइस पे सेल करेंगे कस्टमर क्वालिटी थोड़ा अच्छा होगा, बिकॉज दे आर पेइंग अ प्रीमियम. सेकेंड थिंग इज द क्वालिटी, क्योंकि इंडिया में जो न्यू सेलर्स है ना, वो व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इज दे आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गेट द प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम इम्पोर्टर एंड सेल द सेम थिंग. और इम्पोर्टर्स प्रोडक्ट लेके आते हैं जितना सस्ता हो सके उनको. ठीक है, तो आप स्पेसिफिकली अगर आप सेल करना चाहते हैं तो अलग से प्रोडक्ट बनाइए, कस्टमाइज द प्रोडक्ट, क्वालिटी के ऊपर कॉम्प्रोमाइज मत कीजिए. दैट इज द ओनली थिंग. और तो कुछ
Yeah.
है नहीं, until
So
unless
as
you
a
have a good
buyer,
brand
I
presence.
also, sorry to interrupt. As a buyer,
Yeah.
I am one of those who buys थोड़ा expensive देख के. सस्ता देखते हैं मुझे लगता है कि like कुछ तो जोल है इसके अंदर. I'll probably not buy that thing. But when it is a little bit expensive, you know for a fact that हाँ, plus when it is little bit more expensive, it filters out
Yeah.
lower tier customers who have the habit of buying
Mm-hmm.
and returning back, I think, right? That's what is happening. And I think a lot of new sellers, they don't do this. We have been, हमने दोनों ने वही mistake करा कि बाहर से उठा लिया and started selling, and then that issue started happening. But how do you go about it? कि जब आप, I know I'm asking this very basic question. Maybe you
Yeah.
know the answer. I don't know the answer. That's why I'm asking. So it's like, even before launching, what should be a go-to strategy? कि like, you figure out a market differentiation, because this is a question that has been running in my mind. I someday want to launch a D2C brand, but ये question का
Mm-hmm.
आंसर मुझे आज तक नहीं पता चल रहा कि सारे प्रोडक्ट तो सेम ही दिखते हैं, ये टी-शर्ट तो सेम ही दिखता है, राइट, हर जगह. Now the guy who I bought this t-shirt from, he mentioned it's a bamboo cotton t-shirt. So वो देख के मुझे लगा अच्छा कुछ नया होगा, and he was this one t-shirt costed me around 1200 rupees, but just because it was written bamboo cotton, ठीक है. Then I googled bamboo cotton क्या होता है. Okay, it's world's softest cotton and everything. ठीक है, ये बढ़िया है. Then I bought it. Now, how do you find this X factor? Like, this guy sold me this bamboo cotton t-shirt for like, more than $1,000. What should somebody do for this?
I'll give you an example. I'm invested in a company called the Ugly Coffee. So this is the
क्या नाम है?
company. This is a
Ugly
brand.
coffee.
Ugly Coffee.
क्या
Okay.
बात है?
Ugly Coffee. So
Nice.
so the name is strange because यहाँ पे क्या होगा ना, we identified a group of people. Okay, there's like IT professionals. Okay, so they do a long hours and their eating habit is really poor. तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया, चलो हम लोग एक कॉफी बनाते हैं. और क्योंकि कॉफी बहुत पीते हैं वो, कॉफी बनाते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या करते हैं, वी मेक स्पेसिफिक कॉफी फॉर मेल एंड स्पेसिफिक कॉफी फॉर फीमेल. अब मेल के लिए जो कॉफी बनाए वहाँ पे स्पेसिफिक मिनरल्स एंड विटामिन ऐड करेंगे जो मेल बॉडी को जरूरत होगा. और फीमेल के लिए जो कॉफी है वहाँ पे स्पेसिफिक मिनरल्स एंड विटामिन ऐड होगा जो फीमेल बॉडी को चाहिए. तो दैट इज व्हाट वी स्टार्टेड. और यहाँ पे आई एम अ पार्टनर बिकॉज आई हैव दिस Amazon बैकग्राउंड. यहाँ पे Amazon साइड ऑफ थिंग मैं देख सकता हूँ, एंड द अदर पार्टनर ही कैन लुक आफ्टर द अदर थिंग्स. तो वी गॉट फर्स्ट राउंड ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट एट 1 year वैल्यूएशन. द प्रोडक्ट इज इन प्रोडक्शन राइट नाउ. तो इसको हम लोग को Amazon पे भी लॉन्च करना है एंड अदर D2C
But then
मार्केट
you
पे,
must have
स्टार्टिंग
done
विद
a lot
Amazon.
of customer research itself, right? कि, this idea of creating two different products, and I think it has this health angle as opposed to a lot of coffee brands.
Yeah.
which are like this refreshing angle and everything. Is health angle
You know,
become?
the other angle is यहाँ पे, क्योंकि हम लोग, मैं कोलकाता से हूँ, तो यहाँ पे कॉफी एंड टी देयर इज अ कंपटीशन. जहाँ पे मैं रहता हूँ, इट इज अ आईटी काइंड ऑफ फील्ड. ये पूरा जो सिटी का पार्ट है, इट हैज 90% आईटी प्रोफेशनल्स.
Yeah.
तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है ना, कॉफी इज प्रेफर्ड मोर देन टी. तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने क्या किया, वी इन्वेस्टेड इन 2-3 स्टोर्स. जो छोटा हाथी, टाटा एस, यू मस्ट हर्ड ऑफ दैट, राइट? छोटा छोटा
Yeah.
ट्रक आता है, फूड ट्रक्स. तो ऐसे हम लोगों ने 2-3 ट्रक बनाए हैं, जिसमें हम लोगों ने क्या किया, वी ट्राइड टू पुट ऑन द अगली साइड ऑफ सोसाइटी. यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने क्या किया, जो स्टोर पे रहेंगे, ही he will be someone who is not accepted by his family, maybe वो शायद he might be a prisoner, something like that. Society is not
Oh,
accepting them.
crazy.
Okay. And their complete story is also written in a big banner beside the store. So the person that is taking coffee, they will know, okay, whom I am taking the coffee. Okay. And the entire online operations, we are also partnering with one NGO. They kind of provide employment to physically disabled people. So
Okay.
our entire online operations will be managed by that physically disabled people. So trying to bring on the ugly part of the society and giving them employment. That is also what we are trying to build a story out of it.
And how did you
So
connect with coffee though?
yeah,
मतलब ये आइडिया पता है. Let's say I also have a transformative
yeah.
idea. अब इसको कॉफी के
Mm-hmm.
साथ जोड़ूं, जूतों के साथ जोड़ूं, चाय के साथ जोड़ूं. How does that happen?
यू कांट, आप ज्वाइन नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या होगा ना, जब आप लेके आएंगे उन लोगों को, इट विल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ पीआर. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे मीडिया अटेंशन बहुत ज्यादा आएगा. So that is what our target is, because we didn't start with a lot of funding, right? तो यहाँ पे मीडिया अटेंशन कैसे लेके आए? तो that is what we tried to get some media attention. वहाँ पे shares अच्छे मिलेंगे शायद. Okay. तो that was the angle of this.
Interesting. Okay. So I think it has a lot to do with the founder's personal interest as well. Like, for example, I know this
Yeah.
company called My Pharmacy. They sell this female hygiene
Mm-hmm.
products, and I buy a lot of the products from them most of the time. One thing
Yeah.
I liked about them is that instead of becoming another whisper, they become like, I care about female health, female issues, and they write a lot of blogs around those. And I think that's why they build a lot of trust in that particular market, and they have built like this ecosystem. So there is this emotion attached to the product, and the overall brand becomes something else which stands out in the market. Am I correct with this approach?
Yeah, because they were speaking to only a limited group of people, and that group felt very special. That okay, instead of all those brands, this is one brand that is talking only to us, right? Maybe
Plus
that
the
is
emotion has to be
yeah.
very strong and the product has to be really good. My pharmacy का thought
Yeah.
अच्छा लगा, उसका product खराब है, तो I would have probably never bought from them again. So product has to be like really good. And I think people will buy a premium product because they are emotionally attached to that particular story. Am I correct?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, interesting, man. That is so awesome. Like मेरे को launch करना है कुछ ना कुछ, अभी नहीं, maybe after I plan on retire after 40, I'll probably launch something like that. But yeah, it's an interesting approach. Another thing that I've noticed in Amazon is that this so not from like a very telescopic point of view, दूर से देखोगे तो सबको वही negatives नजर आते हैं कि मैं नया brand launch करूं. So how do I differentiate myself? Prices बहुत prices का competition रहता है and everything. And a lot of time I have to check this. Like if you just type in a product name, there is like a battle for pricing. So how do you stand out from that? Is branding the only way, or there is something else there?
तो यहाँ पे जो प्राइवेट लेवल सेलर्स होते हैं ना, जो न्यू प्रोडक्ट लेके आते हैं विदाउट ह्यूज इन्वेस्टमेंट, तो हम लोग एक चीज बोलते हैं कि देखो, क्योंकि Amazon इज अ वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म, राइट? यहाँ पे अगर एक कीवर्ड जेनरिक है, ब्रांडेड कीवर्ड नहीं है, एंड यू गॉट लॉट ऑफ सच जेनरिक कीवर्ड्स, तब आप वहाँ पे स्टैंड आउट कर सकते हैं इमेज अच्छा बना के. उसमें क्या कर सकते हैं ना आप, चाहे प्रोडक्ट आपका हाई क्वालिटी हो, लेकिन सेम प्रोडक्ट है बाकी कंपटीटर से, यहाँ पे आप पैकेज ऐसे बनाइए जो चीप हो आपके लिए भी, लेकिन वो आप इमेज में शो कर सकते हैं, तब वो प्रीमियम रहेगा, क्योंकि बाकी सब लोग नॉर्मल कोरुगेटेड बॉक्स में दे रहे हैं.
Yeah.
तो वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने उनको ये किया कि चलो आप ई कॉमर्स पैकेज लीजिए, नॉर्मल जो आता है व्हाइट, वहाँ पे उसके ऊपर पेपर स्लीव्स आते हैं, लाइक चार्ट पेपर्स, यू कैन जस्ट प्रिंट ऑन इट. हाँ, या एंड दैट इज वेरी चीप. इट विल कॉस्ट लाइक 1-2-3 रुपीज, समथिंग लाइक दैट, एंड यू जस्ट रोल इट. वहाँ पे आपको कम कॉस्ट में आपका एक ब्रांडिंग भी हो गया, यू कैन ऑल्सो शोकेस इन द इमेज.
बट
तो
भाई
वही
क्लिक
चीज़ है,
कैसे
वर्चुअली
करोगे?
आप कितना अच्छा
लाइक
बना
फॉर
सकते हैं।
एग्जांपल, सॉरी आई एम कटिंग ऑफ बिकॉज़
या
मेरे
या
दिमाग में
या या
इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस फायर हो रहे हैं ना। सो
डेफिनेटली।
लाइक अब इसको फिर बिकॉज़ Amazon का फर्स्ट पिक्चर that they show is like with a white
या
background and only the product. And that
या
damn product is 10 times repeated, that one image with
नो
different
यू
price.
कैन शो योर ब्रांड पैकेज, यू कैन शो योर पैकेज,
अच्छा, it's like
पैकेज
क्या?
के साथ दिखा सकते हैं, इसीलिए यू कैन डिफरेंशिएट बिकॉज यू कैन ऑल्सो शो योर पैकेज इन द मेन इमेज।
Oh, okay, okay. So basically like बैकग्राउंड में पैकेज रहेगा एंड सामने से रहेगा, थोड़ा प्रीमियम सा फील
हाँ
आता है फिर उसको देख करके, is it? Okay.
जी।
And do you recommend a brand to just stick to Amazon or थोड़ा diversify करे when they are starting? Because like for example, it's a not whole truth. What is that? The good the good bacteria, something like that. ऐसा करके
या
the good bug.
द
The good
गुड।
bug. There is a company
ओके।
which sells on Amazon and also runs their own ads. They do this probiotic sort of thing. Basically Yakult. They're selling premium
ओके
Yakult
ओके।
and Amazon and this. And I would have never bought the good bug if I did not see their Instagram ads. And then I went to Amazon and I bought from there. Right? So how much of an impact have you seen? Or have you ever seen कि एक बंदा यहाँ पे भी एड्स चला रहा है एंड बिकॉज इज रनिंग फेसबुक एड Amazon की सेल्स बढ़ रही है, which is very indirect, you cannot correlate directly, but have you seen any impact similar?
या दैट हैज ह्यूज इम्पैक्ट बिकॉज अमेजोन का जो ट्रस्ट है आपका ई कॉमर्स स्टोर में उतना ट्रस्ट है नहीं।
Hmm.
तो ये मेन रीजन हम लोगों ने भी देखा है कि कस्टमर क्या करते हैं, इफ यू आर रनिंग अ गूगल एड, वो आपका गूगल एड देखते हैं, आपका ई कॉमर्स स्टोर में भी जाते हैं, लेकिन वहां से बैकआउट करके दो एड आप रन कीजिए। एक आप सोचिए कस्टमर हैव वेंट टू योर लिस्टिंग एंड नाउ यू आर रिटारगेटिंग विद टू एड्स, वन
Hmm.
एड यू आर रिटारगेटिंग टू बाई फ्रॉम योर ई कॉमर्स स्टोर, अनदर एड यू आर रिटारगेटिंग टू बाई फ्रॉम योर Amazon स्टोर।
Okay.
तो देखेंगे आप अगर स्प्लिट टेस्ट करेंगे Amazon विल गेट मोर CTR। तो
हाँ, of course,
ये हम
because
लोगों ने
Amazon
देखा
का
है,
trust
या
is added.
ट्रस्ट
Okay.
बहुत ज्यादा है, तो ये दिस इज नॉर्मल, ये बहुत ज्यादा
Has
इम्पैक्ट करता है।
have you seen external branding impact Amazon sales? External branding is the external ads, like
या ये
ads
मैं
का.
रेज कॉफी का बात बता रहा था ना, रेज कॉफी हैज ह्यूज सेल्स, लेकिन उनका एड स्पेंड बहुत कम है। जो बाकी ब्रांड्स के अगर हम देखेंगे, उनका कॉफी नीश में, कॉफी इज अ प्रीमियम काइंड ऑफ कीवर्ड, वहां पे उन लोगों को दे हैव टू स्पेंड ह्यूज। तो
Hmm.
वहां पे रेज कॉफी वाज स्पेंडिंग लेस बिकॉज दे हैव अ वेरी गुड ब्रांड प्रेजेंस आउटसाइड।
Hmm.
तो ट्रस्ट अगर ज्यादा है, आपका सीटीआर ज्यादा होगा, योर कॉस्ट पर क्लिक विल बी वेरी लेस, ओवरऑल योर एड स्पेंड विल बी लेस।
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So it's not just because I see this Amazon coaches, they talk about this a lot कि हाँ Amazon से launch कर लो results आ जाएगा, but I think that's like a very unidirectional approach क्योंकि
यू नो इट डिपेंड्स, क्योंकि आपके पास कितना पैसा है वो भी मेन चीज है। इफ यू आर लिमिटेड विद योर बजट, यू कांट स्टार्ट विद टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स एट द सेम टाइम। तो वही है, अंटिल यू
but if
ग्रो
you really
दैट
want to make a
बैंडविड्थ,
brand because वो भी है ना,
देन यू
तो
हैव टू। या
पैसा कमाना है that's one thing, like हाँ मुझे पैसा कमाना है, मैंने थोड़े डाल दिए 50-60 हज़ार रुपए निकाल लिए, but then what? Then you get stuck at that 50-60 thousand level, which I'm sure like a lot of sellers will be hitting that
या
level. But let's say you want to become somebody who like your ugly coffee just to fundraise करे, a VC would 100% see your brand value, your logo, किस तरीके का काम कर रहे हो आप external to all this platform, because at the end of the day you cannot depend on a platform. If all you are doing is Amazon sales,
या
then what's the point?
या यू नो आपने बताया था कस्टमर डेटा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, तो वो सबके लिए है, कस्टमर डेटा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और Amazon आपको देता नहीं है। तो हर एक
Hmm.
ब्रांड जो Amazon पे स्केल करता है, दे ऑल्सो वांट टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट। आउट
Hmm.
मतलब वो अपना एक दूसरा चैनल खोलना चाहता है कि हाँ जहाँ पे, और ये आप नोटिस करेंगे ना, Amazon ब्रांड सेल आउट भी बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं। जब
Hmm.
ब्रांड को एग्जिट करता है, दे ऑल्सो लुक एट द वैल्यूएशन, इफ दे हैव एक्सटर्नल प्रेजेंस अपार्ट फ्रॉम Amazon, उसके बाद कितने कस्टमर डेटा है, ईमेल लिस्ट कितने हैं, वेबसाइट विजिटर्स कितने हैं, तो वो सब भी ज्यादा देखते हैं। तो अगर आप एक पॉइंट पे हैं, और या फिर आप रियली एक ब्रांड बनाना चाहते हैं, तो दैट हैज टू बी ऑप्शन अलोंग विद Amazon।
Interesting. भाई अगर मैं ऐसा करूं, let me put my growth hacking mind here.
या
If you let's say launch a brand on Shopify, ठीक है, and you want to launch on Amazon, because Amazon में traction लाना, it might be a little bit of a challenge for an absolute new brand, but let's say you launched a brand on Shopify, and I don't know whether you make a product free or make a product a reasonable price so that you get the customer data and ask the customers to buy from Amazon then do you think that's like a good idea to like boost the sales on Amazon that way?
Abhi, when you send traffic from a link or anything in Amazon, Amazon's URL attaches a QID.
Hmm.
तो वहाँ पे they can track from where the traffic is coming.
Hmm.
Amazon ने क्या किया? They now gives very less importance to any traffic that is coming through a URL other than Amazon's.
वो
तो
अच्छा
पहले पहले अगर होता था कि आपको 100% वैल्यू मिल रहा है उस ट्रैफिक का, अभी 10% मिलेगा. लेकिन यहाँ पे एक और ऑप्शन है, अगर कोई डायरेक्ट एज अ रियल कस्टमर सर्च करता है, सर्च फाइंड बाय. बहुत लोगों ने क्या किया ना, ये अमेजॉन इकोसिस्टम में उन्होंने क्या किया, सर्च फाइंड बाय का एक पूरा प्रोसेस बना दिया. एंड दे क्रिएटेड यूआरएल एज इफ इट लुक्स लाइक समवन इज सर्चिंग दोज कीवर्ड्स.
बट वो गेम कर रहे हैं ना
सो
प्लेटफॉर्म को, समटाइम इफ Amazon finds that out.
हाँ, वो चला कुछ महीने चला. देन अगेन Amazon trick that if you're trying to trick the search find by thing, they quote it exactly with the search term like search find by and send email to sellers. तो वो नहीं चलेगा. लेकिन if you're trying to send Google traffic, because Amazon have brought in Amazon attribution, वहाँ पे Amazon क्या कर रहे हैं ना, they can give you link and उस link से you can track, okay, this Google campaign is giving you sales. अभी वो ये भी कह रहे हैं कि if you are bringing a sale from outside traffic, I will give you 10% of a referral fees. तो वो Amazon वापस दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि Amazon के प्लेटफॉर्म पे ऊपर आप कस्टमर लेके आ रहे हैं बाहर से खुद एडवर्टाइज करके.
Okay.
लेकिन अगर आप मैनिपुलेट करेंगे, ईमेल लिस्ट के थ्रू आप सेंड करेंगे, तो वो आपके लिए अच्छा है, लेकिन उसमें कोई Amazon के ऊपर कोई रैंकिंग का बेनिफिट नहीं आएगा आपका. उतना ज्यादा नहीं है, शायद 10% 20% आ जाए, लेकिन उतना ज्यादा जो पहले आता था अभी नहीं आएगा.
अगर रिव्यूज डाल, मतलब मैं बोलूंगा कि जैसे इनिशियल रिव्यूज काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, राइट? सो लेट्स से आई लॉन्च प्रोडक्ट हियर एंड आई रीटारगेटेड दोस्त टू Amazon, और उनको बोला खरीद तो लो, भले इन द शॉर्ट टर्म आई विल नॉट गेट a lot of traction, but everybody who bought from Amazon, I'll be like, you know what, it will really mean a world to me if you sent a review there. So reviews तो आ गए. फिर over the period of time, I think, do you think that'll be a good idea to like get more traction?
हाँ, Amazon में ना दो ही चीज सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू सक्सीड इन Amazon, फर्स्ट इज योर रैंकिंग ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, कितने कीवर्ड्स के लिए आपका प्रोडक्ट फर्स्ट पेज पे शो कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज रिव्यूज. आप अगर जल्दी से कुछ भी करके, क्या क्या करेंगे वो मैं नहीं बताने वाला, लेकिन कुछ करके अगर आप जल्दी से ज्यादा रिव्यूज लेके आ गए, तो नो कंपटीशन कैन टच यू. क्योंकि अगर आपके पास 1000 रिव्यू है, देन द कंपटीशन विल जस्ट बी नेग्लिजिबल इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. क्योंकि कस्टमर ट्रस्ट रिव्यू से ज्यादा आते हैं. और आप प्राइस भी हाई कर सकते हैं. तो बहुत सारे ब्रांड्स रिव्यूज खरीदते हैं इंडिया में. यूएस में तो बिल्कुल बैंड है. यूएस में वाइन प्रोग्राम है, Amazon $200 चार्ज करता है, आपको 10-20 रिव्यू दे देते हैं, और वो भी रिव्यूज एकदम ऑनेस्ट रहता है. Amazon कस्टमर को Amazon फ्री में प्रोडक्ट देते हैं टू गेट रिव्यूज. अब वो रिव्यू नेगेटिव हो सकता है, पॉजिटिव हो सकता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर प्रोडक्ट. लेकिन इंडिया में वाइन अभी है नहीं, तो इंडिया में बहुत लोग खरीदते हैं, रिव्यू एजेंसी है पर्टिकुलरली फॉर दिस पर्पस.
हाँ, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि लाइक खरीदने का बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बट माय माइंड रन्स इन द फैक्ट दैट कि लाइक Amazon पे भी ग्रो करना है. लाइक आई विल टेल यू व्हाट आई डू ऑन YouTube. सो इफ a video of if I launch a video today, I'll also send a blast to my email list, so that the moment the video gets published, there is an immediate traffic from my email list to the YouTube video. What that does, within an hour I get like 100 views, but I get at least 3 to 4 comments, at least for a channel of my scale. Now what happens with this is, because I got immediate engagement, I immediately reply back within the first 1 hour. YouTube thinks, okay, people are seeing, even though they are from external traffic, they're also commenting. And since the commenting is going on, and I make sure that I have a CTA in my video saying that, hey, reply back if you loved it, type loved it, and people start commenting and I replied back, and I start engaging them. So when there is a lot of engagement going on in the comment section, what happens is YouTube thinks, okay, it's a great video, let's start pushing it. And when YouTube starts pushing it, then that video might start slow, but over the time I see like the graph goes like this, you know. Do you think if we apply some sort of a growth hack like that, it might give us a traction in the long term while being legit? Instead of buying reviews, we are actually having legit customers who are coming through our link but checking Amazon. And
so Amazon has this option, we call it honeymoon period. The initial 7 to 30 days, we call it honeymoon period. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, आप अगर थोड़ा बहुत भी ट्रैफिक लेके आते हैं, Amazon आपका प्रोडक्ट को ज्यादा पुश करते हैं. तो Amazon क्या कर रहा है अभी, they started rewarding sellers if you are bringing on multiple signals, multiple external signals. One signal may be Google ads, another signal may be email list, another may be Facebook ads. अगर आप लेके आ रहे हैं, they will give you more boost क्योंकि Amazon will see, okay, now this is a new product.
That's not a problem.
You can run.
मतलब Amazon का ID जो URL डाल के सीधा ऐड चला सकते हैं, और you want
हाँ, सिंपल आप क्लीन यूआरएल यूज कर सकते हैं Amazon का क्लीन यूआरएल मतलब amazon.in/dp/ एक ए साइन रहता है, you can run on that. But if you try to manipulate by putting a long URL with multiple actions on it, then वो ट्रैक कर लेंगे.
Of course.
तो ये आप कर सकते हैं. और यहाँ पे अगर आपका इनिशियल प्रोडक्ट है, इनिशियली बहुत ज्यादा ट्रैक्शन आ रहा है बाहर से, देन Amazon will also reward you. तो रिवॉर्ड मतलब वो आपका ज्यादा विजिबिलिटी बढ़ाएंगे. इनिशियली विजिबिलिटी कम रहता है बिकॉज Amazon डोंट वांट टू शो योर प्रोडक्ट्स, क्योंकि उनको रेफरल फी से पैसा भी कमाना है. और एड्स में भी खर्चा ज्यादा होता है बिकॉज आपका प्रोडक्ट अगर न्यू है, कोई प्रूवन ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, तो वो कम दिखाता है, या फिर अगर दिखाता है तो उसका कॉस्ट ज्यादा होता है. तो अगर आप इनिशियली मल्टीपल सिग्नल्स लेके आते हैं, जो हम लोग करते हैं, गूगल एड्स करते हैं, यूएस में अगर कर रहे हैं तो टिकटॉक एड्स करते हैं, तो उसमें बेनिफिट बहुत अच्छा मिलता है इनिशियल रैंकिंग में.
Got it, man. So yeah, so we can do that. Basically, वही मेरा question था कि initial जो reviews वगैरह हो सकते हैं, we can drive multiple sources of traffic, and that's a positive signal from Amazon. So definitely product को boost मिल जाता है. पर यहाँ पे हम लोग को वही let go करना पड़ेगा कि like immediately आके पैसे नहीं कमाने.
URL has to be clean. Yeah, URL has to be clean.
Of course, that's it. But I think the mindset of a seller should be like, immediately पैसा नहीं कमाना मेरे को. I'm okay to not make a lot of money in Amazon for the 6 months, because पहले 6 महीने में I'm building my brand. And I think is that a good enough period or good enough mindset for me? Let's say I want to launch a product on Amazon. Is that a good enough mindset period for me?
Yeah, I think 6 months is really good for a product to succeed.
Okay. Cool, man. I think your webcam got disconnected.
Yeah, now it should be good. Just a second. Yeah, I'm back.
Cool. Yes. So yeah, so वो बात कर लिया हमने. So यहाँ पे कट कर देंगे. Cool, man. I got a lot of insights from you. Thanks a lot for sharing all this. Is there anything else you want to share to my audience? Either if they want to get into the agency game, or some people who might want to start their Amazon business, what would be your advice?
The first advice that I would like to give, because that have worked for me personally in my business, is focusing on only one thing. कि मैंने ट्राई कर लिया 2-3 चीज एक साथ करके, 2-3 चीजों में बेनिफिट आता नहीं है, लेकिन जब से आई स्टार्टेड फोकसिंग इन ओनली वन थिंग, then you will also see multiple opportunities in that thing that you can grow, and बहुत जल्दी स्केल होगा. And next thing is the speed. ये मैंने एंड्रू टेट से सीखा है, ठीक है, डोंट जज मी ऑन दिस, लेकिन speed is something that you should have. अभी
एंड्रू टेट से सीखो, कहीं से भी सीखो. मैंने तो एलेक्स सरमोज से सीखा है, स्पीड इज किंग. सैम भी बोलते हैं,
speed is king. And and leverage, try to use leverage as much as you can, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत ट्राई किया है. I used to be in a belief that if you got a problem, you throw people towards the problem will be solved. लेकिन हालांकि ऐसा होता नहीं है. फिर से मैंने ट्राई किया to throw trained people into the problem, तब ज्यादा सॉल्व हुआ, instead of throwing interns in that problem. तो internship से हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया, then we moved to hiring experts. पैसा थोड़ा ज्यादा दो, लेकिन you will get good people and they will understand your goal. तो वही कुछ चीज हम लोगों ने सीखा, जो हम लोग try to stay on top of that.
Awesome, man. And if you don't mind me sharing, what are your numbers right now on an average?
Right now, agency standpoint, we have kind of 3 things here. The agency, and then we have a corporate training that we do for brands, and the coaching that is targeted all under the same brand name, Regrow Media. So we are achieving around 12-13 lakhs, 14 lakhs a month, sometimes here and there. Yeah.
Crazy, man. You look very young. How old are you?
I'm almost 24. My
you're making
family
24.
I learned quicker. I would say that way.
Crazy. भाई 24 साल के एज में, like I was hunting for a job. I wish I started early, but
नो
that's good.
मैंने भी काम किया, मैंने भी
Hmm.
काम किया इन ऑयल रिफाइनरी 6-7 महीना।
Oh,
तब मेरा प्रोडक्ट
wow.
अच्छा नहीं चल रहा था, तो फैमिली प्रेशर में मुझे काम करना पड़ा। 9,000 वाज माई सैलरी। फिर क्या हुआ, मैंने 2-3 महीने काम किया, उसके बाद मेरा फोर्थ प्रोडक्ट बहुत अच्छा सेल होना स्टार्ट हो गया, तो मैंने क्विट करके यूट्यूब चैनल स्टार्ट किया सेम पॉइंट पे।
So that was a period of grind for you as well.
या
I think that is there. Honestly, but you started very early, man. Like BTech second year से start करा मतलब it's like really really early. I started 3 साल बाद back, so it's like not even like close to the kind of experience that you have. So
नहीं,
good
यहाँ
job.
पे एक चीज है ना, मैंने टाई लोपे से सुना था इन इस पॉडकास्ट की, पीपल चेंज इन ट्रॉमा। कुछ होगा तभी वो चेंज करेंगे, अदरवाइज देयर इज नथिंग मोटिवेशनल फॉर देम टू पुश एंड स्टार्ट न्यू थिंग। तो वही
Yeah.
मेरे लिए ट्रॉमा था, माय फादर्स डेथ। वहां से मुझे स्टार्ट करना था कुछ, और मोटिवेशन एक रहता है, नहीं तो आप 12-14 घंटे काम नहीं कर पाएंगे।
हाँ
तो
भाई
हालांकि अभी
सही है.
या,
Yeah, please go on, please go on.
तो अभी तो क्योंकि वी आर अ बिग टीम, अभी काम अलग टाइप का हो गया है, खुद उतना नहीं करना पड़ रहा है, लेकिन यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट अ लॉट इन टू ग्रोइंग एंड ट्राइंग न्यू थिंग्स, तो वही चीज है।
Hmm. All right, man. Thanks a lot for sharing your wisdom. And I'll also put the link to your channel for my audience to go ahead and check and possibly subscribe. तो कर देना भाई लोग. And yeah, it's very insightful. Thanks a lot for all the nuggets that you have spread in my channel.
थैंक यू, या थैंक यू, इट वाज
Awesome.
ग्रेट टू
Bye.
बी हियर।